I wanted to go on real quick just to talk about the fact that the market has been a bloodbath lately. And what does that mean? How should we feel? Are you feeling nervous because you're like, oh my gosh, I thought day trading was going to be the thing, and now like everyone in the news is talking about how the sky is falling. So I just wanted to jump on real quick and address your concerns because I'm sure you've been thinking some thoughts, right? So just like with anything in life, like there are ebbs and flows, right? The market can't be up every single day, but it's gonna rally. We're gonna have up days, right? But then there's gonna be down days. And I wanted to share my screen because I wanted to show you like the big pullback that we have experienced since Thursday, really. Um, it happens. And earlier, like a month or so ago, you can see there were like 5 or 6, maybe even more than that, down days in a row of the market pulling back. And then you can see this huge surge upward after that. And then we're seeing the pullback. Now, I will tell you the pullback that we saw Thursday and Friday was a lot more dramatic feeling because the candles were bigger, right? There was a huge gap. And so all of that looks scarier than like 6 down days in a row. So I just wanted to get on here and talk through like how you should be feeling right now. So as someone who is committed to day trading, we are thinking longer term, like bigger picture. We're not trading on the longer term necessarily. Maybe you are investing on the longer term. But when these things happen, like number one, as a day trader, you shouldn't have any day trading positions that you're holding over the long term, right? If you are, that's probably bag holding, and that's something you don't want to be doing. So as you see things pull back, it's okay to get out of those, right? Get out of those, cut your losses. You can always get back in. But on the day trades, when you see that the whole market is pulling and everything's red and you're hearing people talk about the sky is falling, there are still things that work that you can go long on and have success with. But the problem is there's fewer and more far between setups. So you have to be more selective. You can't just try everything that looks like it's about to go up, right? So this is really when your due diligence of like giving that letter grade to all of your setups comes in, and you're really wanting to focus on A+ setups in a market like this. Usually every day at least one thing goes. And generally when the market is having a tough time like this, it's probably like a crappy low flow penny stock, right? And I say penny stock, they're not actually penny stocks that trade on the OTC market. They're just low priced stocks that are like under $1 that trade on the listed markets. So I just want to put that out there that while everyone else says the sky is falling, and to be honest with you, like for a longer term investor, when everyone thinks the sky is falling, that's not a terrible time to consider getting into some things. Just like Warren Buffett says, when everyone else is fearful, you should be greedy. And when everyone else is greedy, you should be fearful. Those are the times to take advantage of getting in at better entries on long-term positions. But how does it affect us as day traders? We're just being more selective. So you don't want day trading to become a 9-to-5 job. You don't want to be sitting around staring at the computer all day, every day, right? So on days like Thursday and Friday, take a break, take a walk, go outside, run some errands, play with your kids, do whatever you feel like doing, bulk up on your knowledge, do some studying, whatever feels good in the moment, but don't feel like you have to trade every day, because you don't. There are ebbs and flows to all of this, and so on the really bloodbathy looking red market days, don't feel like you have to trade on those days, okay? Take a break, just watch things, or walk away completely, right? You don't have to trade every single day. And I would encourage you not to. On days like Thursday and Friday, don't trade, right? And then be ready, because while everyone else is out there crying that the sky is falling and they are bag holding and they're losing money and freaking out, you can be ready, because with the ebb of a pullback, there will be flow. And so usually small cap stocks really take off after that happens. So just wanted to put that out there, that like, yes, it can look really bad. Trisha sent me a text yesterday and she was like, ooh, because everything was red. And it might be starting to rally a little bit. It looks like things are perking back up kind of, but yeah, it was a couple of really rough days, but we know how to handle those, right? We're not trading every day if we don't need to be, right? Like, if the stock market is not looking very pretty, then there's probably going to be less setups out there that are going to be successful for you. You just have to be more selective and just follow the plan. The same things that we do on green days are the things that we do on red days, but we're just only choosing the really good setups to try to get into on red days. And because losing is part of trading, maybe on a red day, maybe you don't have a win that day, and that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day, right? We don't know how long the pullback is going to last. Looks like maybe it's already trying to reverse course. That's great. Hopefully it's short, but we're here, we're ready, we're doing our same, what is the word I'm looking for? The same exercises every day. Just like when you try to get fit, you do the same, well, maybe you want to shake it up and do different exercises, right? But you need to work out every day. When you're trying to get good at day trading, you need to be showing up and doing the due diligence. But when you run your scans in the morning and you're like, I don't really like the looks of anything, like the best I got is a C- setup, well, then maybe that's not a great day to trade. They say, there's the expression, cash is a position too. It's totally fine to be in cash that day, meaning like, I didn't make any day trades, I'm just watching the circus, right? That's totally fine. Watch different tickers, the tickers that I'm, kind of directing your attention to in the morning. Watch them, see what happened. Go back and look at the ones from Thursday and from Friday. Did any of them do anything? I know Serve was kind of the only thing out there that was doing anything. And that's kind of the nice thing about a squeeze, is they don't make sense like with the rest of reality of what's happening, right? So when everything is red and everything's going down, but then you have a stock like Serve going up, that's because it's a squeeze, right? So there are still opportunities out there. There are still setups. There is still money to be made. There will be at least one every day, right? You just have to be more patient. You have to wait for that setup to come to you and then be ready when it comes to you. So don't feel like you have to trade every day. Take the day off if things are looking red, right? Or just wait for those great setups. And, by all means, the sky is not falling. These pullbacks are part of trading. And I'm sure before too long, the market's going to be right back up higher than it even was before this pullback started. So don't fret. Everything's going to be okay. This is the nature of trading. The general trend is up. So yes, there will be pullbacks, but the general trend since the inception of the stock market keeps being up. So I would not panic if I were you that there's going to be some huge reverse course and the stock market is just going to be a terrible place to be. Okay. So just wanted to jump on quickly this morning. I know it's just very weird and random. It's not normally my setup, but I wanted to impart that to all of you. Stay safe out there. Make good choices. I'm here for you. Reach out to me if you would like some one-on-one coaching support, asking any questions, getting through any of this, because I am happy to get on a one-on-one call with you and talk through any of this, any feelings that you're having, to help with any mental blocks, or if you're wanting to get started, but now you're seeing that the sky is falling and you're like, maybe now's not the best time. I will tell you that August traditionally in the stock market is pretty slow. It's pretty dead. Now, that can be a great time to get started. Yeah, I know, Jasmine. That can be a great time to get started because there's fewer setups. On the days when there's 20 things that you have to keep an eye on because, oh my gosh, who knows which one of them are going to go. Like, that can be really intense. But during August, there's just fewer things out there that are going to go and go big. So you'll notice, like, I think it was like a week or two ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, Stephanie had commented on one of my posts because I just had all these stocks that we were watching. And to be honest with you, none of them were A-plus setups. Usually when there's a huge watch list like that, it's because there's not a lot of great stuff out there. So you got to keep your eye on a lot of different things, right? But now, like, my watch list is kind of getting smaller and smaller every day because there's just not a ton. But that's part of the nature of August. But also there's been this huge pullback, right? So, but it's okay. We're going to get through it. We're going to ride through this. And I'm telling you, you are going to love the action that comes up on the heels of this big pullback because there's lots of money to be made. So it's okay, Jasmine. It's okay, all of you. We will get through this. And yeah, I just wanted to jump on real quick this morning and share that because I know several of you in here are probably like, oh, I don't know if this was a good choice to get into. I promise you there is money to be made. Just got to have some patience and know how to handle days like Thursday and Friday. And hopefully things are turning around and this week is an up week. So we'll see how things go. Everyone have a great day, a great rest of your week, and I will catch you later.